I'm John Rohde with the Oklahoman. When it comes to the NFL interview process, what's off limits?
I'm Barry Tramel, and I say there's a clear guidelines to follow. Common decency. From the old Pubco studios in Oklahoma City, this is the Press Row and Des Bryant's interview with the Miami Dolphins. General Manager Jeff Ireland drawn a lot of attention for Jeff Ireland's question. He asked Des Bryant if his mother was a prostitute after they talked about the fact that his father had been a pimp. I think that line is out of question. I mean, I think it's just that question's out of line. I think it's a line out of question too. But I just think the whole notion of digging in, the Dolphins weren't trying to find out anything about Des Bryant's background. They were trying to get a rise out of him. They were seeing how far they could get him to the cliff before he falls over. And I just, I think there's some things that you don't go beyond the bounds of civility.
Yeah. I understand that these teams, there's multi-millions on the line. They're about to fork over a lot of money. They want to know as much as they can about a kid they might draft. Here is what I hope happened. If it's a natural conversation, if the Dolphins said, "Hey, Des, tell us about your upbringing," and he verbalizes what happened, and in a natural conversation, Barry, if it leads to more questions, I still don't think the prostitute thing fits in here. But tell us about your dad and why did your mom serve time in prison? That's fair game to me.
Well, but my problem is this. The history of Des Bryant is not a secret. Everybody knows what the deal was with Des Bryant. Everybody from ESPN to the New York Times has chronicled the kind of upbringing that this guy had, that his mother was a druggie, that he had virtually no home training. The Dolphins weren't trying to find that stuff out. They just wanted to see what this guy was made of when confronted with personal questions. And I just think, I think sometimes we suspend rules for athletes. We do it in a good way. Sometimes we do it in a bad way too. We say, these guys are making so much money, they're put on such a pedestal that really it's open season and fair game to treat them anyway. I don't agree with that. I think Jeff Ireland crossed the boundary.
See, I'm not sure if there is a rule book per se on this, if it's just a matter of being appropriate or inappropriate. But like I said, Barry, this business is business, and if you can politely do it, and if a kid offers it, I think it's fair game. Here's hopefully what will come out of it. Now, future players who are interviewed won't be so surprised if this line of questioning pops up again.
Well, I think this might be something Roger Goodell takes a look at. He's come down really hard on the behavior of players. It'll be interesting to see if he holds management to a similar standard. Stay tuned for further NFL coverage every day in the Oklahoman, as well as here on News OK.